Today on Studio G, we have the latest information on the mall shooting in New Jersey.
Reporter Christina Davies will talk about keeping body mobility intact.
And I will sit down with David Sarabian, UNLV political science student.
All this and more coming up on Studio G.
Good afternoon, I'm Tommy Laren.
And I'm China Green. A gunman shot up a New Jersey mall last night, killing no one but himself. 20-year-old Richard Shoup fired multiple shots in a crowded area of a mall, but not targeting anyone in particular. He later went to a closed section in the back of the mall and killed himself. Investigators found a letter suggesting that he wanted to end his life. Shoup had a history of drug abuse, and his parents say they're not surprised with the outcome of this tragedy. About 3:20 a.m., police and SWAT found the suspect body hidden among the construction of the mall. Investigation continues, and the mall will remain closed for the day.
A Clark County teacher was arrested for kidnapping on Monday. Police say they found a missing 16-year-old girl in his house. Melvin Sprouson allegedly met the teen online, and police used social media to locate his home. The teen willingly entered and stayed at Sprouson's home. Police say consent or not, what Sprouson is accused of constitutes a kidnapping charge. Sprouson is a kindergarten teacher at Wengart Elementary and has passed all proper background checks prior to landing the job in August. Sprouson is currently on paid leave pending the outcome of the investigation.
A fatal shooting occurred near Sherwood and Karen at around 4:30 this morning. One man was killed and another man and a woman were sent to Sunrise Hospital where they were treated with non-life-threatening wounds. Police said a silver car was spotted leaving the scene, but there is no indication that it was a part of the shooting. Investigation is still going on. If anyone has any information, they could call Crime Stoppers at 385-5555.
The Sandy Hook Elementary School demolition has begun in Newtown, Connecticut in hopes of moving forward. Studio G reporter Bree Bradley has more.
A week ago, a demolition crew began tearing down the Newtown school where Adam Lanza murdered 20 first graders and 6 staff members. Residents in Newtown voted unanimously when asked to accept $50 million in state money to tear down the school and construct a new one in its place. The unofficial results were nearly 4,500 for the grant offer and 550 against. State Senate Minority Leader John McKinney's district includes Newtown. Although he has decided to challenge Governor Malloy for position next year, he had nothing but praise for him on this decision.
I compliment the governor, lieutenant governor, the federal members of Congress, Democrat leaders, Republican leaders, all came together and said, we're going to rebuild that school, and we're making a commitment. He's followed through on that commitment, and I appreciate that.
Alongside the appreciation for the chance at new surroundings, many are wondering why this community would want to demolish the school. UNLV psychology professor Jason Holland had some insight.
There's probably a variety of reasons why someone in that community would feel like, they wanted to demolish the school. This was a sacred place. This was a place where kids came to learn, where I'm sure as a community they felt like a place where kids were protected and safe, and to some extent that place was desecrated. Ritual is often a big part of the grieving process. This may be a very important ritual that many folks feel like they need to go through, almost as a purification process.
The demolition plans include ensuring that nothing leaves the Sandy Hook school site in any recognizable condition. That means everything right down to the bricks will be ground up before it leaves the site to prevent anyone from taking remnants as souvenirs. Contractors also have been required to sign confidentiality agreements to forbid public discussion of the site and the building. With all these stipulations placed with this demolition, rumors have been made viral over government conspiracies.
What is it about at Sandy Hook where they felt like they needed to demolish this building, whereas maybe, in Colorado they didn't feel like they needed to demolish the movie theater and that kind of thing. And I think a lot of that just comes down to that Communities are different, people are different, and as a result, the grieving process is different. There's no one size fits all that we really can impose on any of those folks. Because this is such an individualistic kind of process, is to really just try to support people in what they feel like they need to do.
Now, the demolition project for the Sandy Hook Elementary School is estimated to take about 4 weeks, which means the finishing project will be done just before the 1-year anniversary. For Studio G, I'm Bree Bradley. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Bree. We wish the community the best of luck.
The local vintage shop, The Attic, that made downtown its home with their funky fashions for more than 20 years, is making their final touches for their grand reopening. The original location on 1018 South Main Street was damaged after an explosion occurred at the Nevada Energy substation that was near the shop, forcing the owner to relocate and then go out of the business back in 2010. After being closed for 3 years, Christina Politis, the store manager of the family-owned business, shares the challenges her and her family have faced to get the store back up and running.
Finding a location that we could open, and once we found this location, our new location in the warehouse, we had to overcome the challenges with wheelchair ramps and becoming compliant with all the new regulations that are needed by the city. So that was our biggest challenge, and with not having a store to supply with income, we were kind of stuck to a point where we had to sell the old location.
Along with the challenges of meeting state regulations, moving to a different location means attracting new traffic into the store. Politis discusses their future plans in order to regain the attention they once had downtown.
People are aware of our name. They see our logo. They see our color design. They kind of know, who we are. We want to do events one day. My brother's nonprofit's here, so we offer another side. We're doing a community garden on his side. So there's so many things that we're really trying to do to encompass what downtown's been trying to do and what we were doing in downtown before we had to move.
Although the Attic has been closed, Politis shares the importance of using other means of marketing such as social media in order to keep their name and to cater to the customer. The Attic is now located at 1010 North Main Street and are hoping to open within the next couple weeks.
A local firehouse opened its doors to the Las Vegas community. Honey Love has more.
The Clark County Fire Department hosted a community open house at Fire Station 23. The open house provided information about fire safety, injury prevention, as well as other services offered in Clark County.
You have an opportunity to visit with the firefighters and learn about what our firefighters do. There's just so many things here that we're offering.
Open house participants included the Southern Nevada Immunization and Health Coalition, along with Helping Kids Clinic, who offered free flu shots to adults and children. Guests also got the opportunity to tour the station, explore a real helicopter and fire truck, and meet the Clark County firefighters who happily answered questions.
So we stay here all day long and sleep here, and then we go home in the morning. We have beds and rooms in there and everything, a kitchen. We go shopping for food, just like your guys' house. We have our house at home, and then we have our house at the fire station too that we stay at. It's cool. Yep, it's pretty cool.
While most home fires can be prevented, Washington says that 30% of fires are started from cooking.
Do not leave your cooking unattended. If you're cooking, please stay in the kitchen.
Kids learn safety tips from Captain Be Safe and also McGruff the crime dog. He says, don't play with matches, right? Don't play with fire, and be safe, right? Can I get a woof woof? That's a woof woof. For Studio G, I'm Honey Love.
The next open house will be held December 14th from 12 to 3 p.m. at the Fire Station 65 located near Southern Highlands.
When we come back, Donald Woods will have the latest in science and technology world.
Don't click that mouse. Studio G will be right back.
Your community's farmers market. Welcoming, lively, friendly. A place where neighbors and friends come together to celebrate their community. With over 50 vendors, organic, sustainable, fresh produce are available just for you. Support and buy local at Fresh 52.
My name is James Grant.
King Louie here.
This is Jennifer.
Crystal May McGuerza.
I'm Savannah. Zoe here.
This is your boy Miles Lowe.
Christian FGY.
Kaylin Hype.
And I'm Jay Luna.
My Mind's Music.
Gonzo Radio.
Combox Radio.
Join us for Happy Hour.
The Miles Lowe Midweek Show.
Ill Vibe Theory.
On KUNV.
KUNV. KUNV.
KUNV HD2.
91.5 The Rebel.
Broadcast on Revcast.com.
Yeah. If you've ever wondered where you can get information on all aspects of health, look no further than the Rebel Wellness Zone. Reporter Katie McLean has the story.
Hang out and learn about personal health.
Students should come to the Rebel Wellness Zone to relax, to find out different ways of being successful on campus, and the RWZ takes a holistic approach to that. We have a massage chair room, a relaxation room. We have a lounge to come up and just sit, watch TV. We have a full-time dietitian that works here. You can set up an appointment, meet with her through the semester.
There is also a place in the Rebel Wellness Zone to set up a personal fitness assessment and obtain your very own personal trainer.
We offer body fat testing, a fitness assessment, which basically takes your body fat. We do a push-up test, which tests your muscular endurance, 3-minute step test, which tests your cardiorespiratory endurance, and a sit and reach test, which measures your flexibility.
The Rebel Wellness Zone holds lots of useful information and free products to help you practice safe choices towards a healthy lifestyle.
We have a whole bunch of program information about how to manage your stress, alcohol awareness, healthy sex practices. It's all about academic success, but if you're unhealthy or if you're incapable of doing your studies, how can you really be successful in your classes?
Being healthy in your mind, body, and spirit are what the RWZ is all about. For UNLV Studio G, this is Katie McLean, right?
Thanks, Katie. The Rebel Wellness Zone is located on the second floor of the Student Recreation and Wellness Center.
Hello, I'm Donald Woods with this Tuesday's segment of Science and Technology. Teachers are always looking for ways to engage and motivate their students, but it's possible in the future teachers can help their students with their attentiveness using facial recognition. Sensor Star Labs have created a tool they claim can read and interpret every student's attention in the classroom. The invention is called Engage Sense. A camera is focused on the student's face during teaching. The camera tracks eye movement and face expression. The data is interpreted and turned into a report. With the recent allegations that are being evaluated by allies on the National Security Agency's spying program, major technology companies such as Google are also dealing with allegations. The latest is that the NSA had access to their servers. Here's what Google Chairman Eric Schmidt had to say.
I was shocked that the NSA would do this. Perhaps a violation of law, but certainly a violation of mission. If it's true, and we don't know, maybe there are other disclosures coming, it would indicate that the National Security Agency have been looking between data centers in leading companies like Google. Now, Google's technology is heavily encrypted internally, heavily fortified, and we have announced that we're making it even more so. We're using encryption and other powerful algorithms to make it very difficult that the US government can get your information or the Chinese government.
Now, while debating privacy rights here in the U.S. is still ongoing, Germany and Brazil are demanding their right to privacy. These two countries have asked the UN General Assembly to adopt a draft resolution that calls to end excessive electronic surveillance. That's all the science and technology news I have for this Tuesday. I'm Donald Woods. Now we'll send it back to Katie McLean for our weather forecast. Katie?
Thanks, Donald. Hello, everybody from Las Vegas and UNLV and around the world. Today it is a beautiful 59 degrees outside. It's sunny. There's not really that much wind. We have about 12 miles per hour, but it's not so bad as we have been having in the past. As you can see with our national satellite radar, we have our storm warning right now, which we have lots of ice and sleet and snow coming into the northern central region. And then you can see that we have a little bit of scattered rain showers through Iowa and Nebraska. So you can see that this storm is going up with the low pressure systems coming up into the northern eastern region, and it should be passed by Thursday. Here's a better look over in the West Coast. You can see that we have our pressure systems going down into Oregon and Washington, out into Idaho, and down to the Central Rockies. Just missing us down here in Las Vegas. Speaking of Las Vegas, you can see our current weather. We have 59 degrees, as I've said before, and you can see in San Francisco 69, Medford 47, and Salt Lake City we're at 40. So pretty good, lots of sun. Here's our extended weather forecast for this week. We have lows in the 60s and 70s, and it's just going to be such a nice day, all sunshiny, just a little clouds Monday and Tuesday. And that's it for what we have for weather for today. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we will hear about some costume controversy. Stay tuned.
Realize we provide 1,300 hot meals a day through 3 of our kitchens. We have about 650 people sleeping in beds provided by the Salvation Army every night. We have 127,000 of people that we touch every year. It's huge, and people have no idea that we do more than have thrift stores and ring bells at Christmas.
DECA promotes personal and professional development through competitive events, community involvement, and leadership development.
I joined DECA because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. So I got to meet people, network, and definitely work on my public speaking.
To join DECA, it's a very simple process. You have to pay a $25 membership fee. You can either come to our next meeting, our website, which is unlvdeca.co.vu.
We're open to all majors who are interested in business, finance, or hospitality-related fields.
Halloween is over, but the controversy surrounding a child's costume in Virginia is lingering. A 7-year-old boy dressed as a member of the Ku Klux Klan, and his mother is defending the costume. Jessica Black says dressing as a KKK member for Halloween is a family tradition. When her son asked her if he could also dress as a member of the white supremacist group, she made him the costume. The boy says he learned about such a costume from watching the movie Fried Green Tomatoes.
I did tell him that, you know, if you do it, you know there's going to be people talking about you. There's going to be people that say bad things to you when you do wear it.
But the boy's mom maintains there is nothing wrong with the costume or the KKK, but has received several threats through Facebook.
Losing mobility in your body can cause from a lack of exercise. Reporter Christina Davies gives us more on the exercise classes for senior citizens.
Aging can cause health problems, such as arthritis. However, there are chair exercise classes that offer a friendly alternative to strengthening your body.
I'm very much, Monday is exercise day in the chair. And it makes a difference. I'm still mobile.
Although Evelyn Valerie does not have major mobility issues, these classes are aimed at seniors to help them increase mobility and receive the proper amount of exercise.
It's for people that may have movement issues, maybe they can't walk, maybe they are in a wheelchair, as one of our students is. So it's less intimidating. They come to this class first and then we get everything going. They realize what they can do.
I don't think I could compete what I used to do, standing exercises, jumping around, I don't think so. I needed the exercise, I just needed it. The body loves it.
Chair exercise classes also offer more than just physical benefits. Paige Misling says,
you learn breathing techniques, lots of relaxing mind techniques. The breathing is what helps a lot with the tension, anxiety, things like that. Coming to the class with a group is a social activity too, so they develop friendships.
Which is important among the senior community because many are on their own and do not leave the house as often. Exercising daily is beneficial to your health. Evelyn Valerie encourages everyone to work out, regardless your age, and adds,
you think that, oh, your 20s are going to last forever. No, they don't. And suddenly you can't do this, and you're a little stiff there, and your back hurts, or your leg doesn't do like it used to. And you find that, no, you're not fit at all.
As we get older, health becomes more of an important issue to us. If you don't exercise now, remember it's never too late to start living an active lifestyle. For Studio G, I'm Christina Davies. According to the Center for Disease and Control, about 21 million adults have limited mobility due to arthritis, and research shows that 30 minutes of physical activity a day can ease the pain. After the break, we'll be speaking with David Sarabian, former State Department intern. Stay with us.
You drinking tonight?
No, not tonight.
Well, give me a couple beers. You want some?
No, stop.
Come on, just
Stop.
take a drink.
No.
It's just a drink.
I have to drive us home. Can
I'm
you
good.
even walk in a straight line?
Yes, want me to show you?
Oh, yeah, you're good.
Man, what are you talking about? I got this.
Just give me the keys, please.
I ain't drunk though.
House 2. Located on the campus of UNLV on Brussels Street sits Housel House, the Center for Social Justice. A place where everyone can participate, explore cultural identity, share different experiences, and learn leadership skills. No judgments, you are accepted, you are important, and you are welcomed.
Stand up.
Speak out.
And change the world.
Welcome back from the break. Today we have David Sarabian, a senior majoring in political science and former State Department intern. Thanks for joining us, David.
You're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Perfect. Well, over the summer, over last spring, you interned for the State Department in Washington, D.C. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience?
Well, it was a good experience. It was pretty cold at the beginning. I remember trying to get the feeling back in my toes on orientation day, half an hour in sitting in. And it was a good experience. And I'm glad I did it. I'm not going to lie and say I loved every day of it. Some days I hated the commute. 45 to 90 minutes one way is a killer, but it was good.
And obviously interning for the State Department, you had to go through a screening process before you could be accepted. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, there are different bureaus within the State Department. The bureau that I was in was the Bureau of Western Hemisphere Affairs, pretty much North and South America and the Caribbean countries. But I was in the Office of Policy Planning and Coordination. Now, different bureaus that you're in, you get different clearances. The Bureau of Intelligence and Research, which is the State Department's intelligence contribution to the intelligence community, they have top secret clearances, those interns. I, like all of the interns, except for the INR ones, had a secret clearance.
So can you describe what a secret clearance entails?
A secret clearance entails, there are three main levels of security clearances in the United States. There's confidential, secret, and then top secret. And of course there are different classifications within each, such as no foreign, which is no foreign entities can know about it, or the UK group, which is only the US and the UK groups know about it, and then the various top secret ones. And the clearance process wasn't terribly difficult. There was just a lot of forms. Fortunately, I didn't have to fill out most of that paperwork because I don't have to answer questions like, have you ever willingly conducted a terrorist action? Have you ever willingly supported a movement to overthrow the United States government? Things like those. You know, have you ever sought therapy for alcoholism? Things like that.
So you were in a position where you may have been able to receive some sensitive information. Was there ever a time where you were in that position?
I worked on classified information a few times. It was interesting. My opinion, as well as that of the people that work there, we usually didn't like working on the classified computer system because it was so slow. There's nothing like typing in a Word document and then you're typing and then the computer pauses for 5 seconds and you're wondering if the computer's going to crash or not until those 5 seconds later when the rest of the words show up.
So beyond the computer problems, was there any information that you were entrusted with that made you uncomfortable at any point in time?
Nothing that made me uncomfortable. One of the things that I was advised by a guy that mentored me there is, in your free time, when you're not being assigned anything, go and look at the cables. And I would look at the cables, and there's all sorts of interesting information on there. And quite frankly, some of the stuff that I read was kind of scary in that you're aware of what the government is combating, but then you're reassured that we're actually aware of it.
So did your perception of the government and the State Department change after interning?
Yes, I'm actually more trusting of the government than I was before and less trusting of the media.
Less trusting of the media. Okay,
Yes.
So speaking of the media, the National Security Agency and as well as the State Department has been in the news a lot recently considering the security leaks. Being that you did work for the State Department, what are your thoughts on those leaks?
My thoughts on the leaks themselves, the content of the leaks, or the people that leaked them?
The people that leaked them, primarily.
The people that leaked them, they broke the law. They made an agreement with the United States government under penalty of being criminally convicted that they wouldn't reveal classified data, and they did. And if you look in the United States versus New York Times, there is no protection legally for people that leak the data. The reporters, like yourself, have that protection, but the people that leak them don't.
So what kind of consequences do you think should be implemented for people that are traitors of the government?
For people that have broken the law because they've signed secrecy agreements with the United States governments ought to be prosecuted to the extent of the law based upon the prosecutor's discretion.
Okay, so for yourself, did you have to take any oath of confidentiality working for the State Department?
I did not have to take an oath, but I did have to sign the contracts and forms where it says that you swear that you will not reveal classified data.
Okay, so what is your opinion of someone like Edward Snowden then? Is he a hero, a terrorist?
Edward Snowden broke the law. He knows he broke the law. He's admitted that he broke the law. And he's sought asylum in Russia.
Well, we're running out of time, David, but the last question I want to ask you is, you've already interned for the State Department. You're still a senior in college. What's next for you?
Hopefully graduating sometime soon and figuring out a career in political science after this.
Well, fantastic. We wish you all the best of luck, David.
Thank you.
And we thank David for stopping by, and we'll be going to a break, but before that, check out a promo for our new series airing every Wednesday. Katie McLean will be giving us Nevada's history with the series Battleborn. Take a look.
Way out in the land of the western sun, where the wind blows wild and free, there's a lovely spot, just the only one that means home sweet home to me. Home means Nevada, home means the hills, home means the sage and the pine, right in the heart of the golden west. Home means Nevada to me.
The School of Engineering, located on the northwest side of campus, offers a wide variety of classes and activities. The Great Hall inside the Thomas T. Bean Engineering Complex features an array of the school's accomplishments and work, such as their annual cement canoe competition and bridge design competition that select students participate in. Named after Howard Hughes, this school takes learning to new heights.
Runners and audience members of the New York City Marathon this weekend witnessed an unlikely guest. Marathon Jesus, as spectators called him, ran the New York City Marathon barefoot, bearded, wearing a loincloth and carrying a cross on his back. He was runner 55,970, which was registered online to Mikado Meikatiko of Japan, where a similar marathon Jesus was seen at last year in Tokyo. However, it appears that he wasn't just running for the attention, but rather for a higher purpose. A sign on the back of the cross declared that he was running for victims of a Boston's marathon bombing. Officers confiscated the cross at a 10-mile mark that ended his run nearly 2 hours early. Looks like he had a great time at the marathon. Maybe he will have appearance next year as well.
That's all the news we have for you on this edition of Studio G.
Have a great Tuesday, Las Vegas.